Hey Cliff, this is John Hanson calling over at Vanguard Bank. We had spoken a couple of times via email. Now you get to hear my voice, and I put together this video for you and Arlene to take a look at, review, and see which options are available to you. So I hope you enjoy it, and if you do have any questions, I suggest you write them down as we go along, and you can pause this video at any time, but it's important to me that you feel comfortable with this process and get back to me with any questions or concerns you may have. So the one thing we do pride ourselves on is fast closings. We are home of the 21-day closing. I will be frank with you, we normally close loans within 2 weeks, but it's comforting to know that the loan process is not going to drag on for 2, 3, 4 months like a lot of these major institutions are. So here we go. This is the point where I like to just make sure that our goals are aligned with one another. Everyone that I speak to has different goals. The one thing they have in common is they're all looking to save money one way or the other. So in your case, we're looking to reduce the monthly payment and save money that way. Obviously, we want to lower the interest rate, and we also want to get some cash out if that's feasible. I have provided those options here, and let's see what we got. Here's your current loan. You said you owe about $199,000. Your current interest rate is 6.5%. The term is a 15-year loan, and your current monthly payment is $2,047. You did tell me that you do just want a 30-year loan, although there are also other options such as a 20-year option in which your payments will be slightly higher. There's also a 30-year loan in which we can set you up on a bi-weekly program. A lot of people aren't aware of it, but it just basically reduces the term of a loan, saving you 4.5, 5 years of payments without really doing anything or sending any additional money each month. So let's get into the options I prepared. Your payoff is always going to be a little bit more than your outstanding balance, and that's why the loan amount is 202. There is no points on this loan. You will have your state and title fees, but sometimes we can actually roll those into the loan as well. But the interest rate here on a conventional 30-year loan is going to be 4.875. I'll be honest with you, rates come from all the same places. We do the underwriting for Wells, for Chase. Those are our conventional lenders. All the big names out there we actually underwrite for because we are a direct lending institution. So, if someone from Wells is telling you they're going to give you a 4.5, I can tell you right now, they're blowing smoke up your behind. So, I believe in being upfront. I believe in being honest, and you'll get that from me every step of the way right up until closing. So with that being said, your new monthly payment at this rate would only be $1,069. Okay, again, the escrows, if you want to continue to pay them on your own, that's fine. If you want to add them into the loan, we can do that for you as well. But the savings here is really kind of mind-boggling at almost $1,000 per month, and you'll see that across the board. There's no points on the loan. The annual savings, as you can see, is almost $12,000 a year. Let me get into option 2 and 3. Option 2 is the VA loan, actually 2 and 3. Now, with the VA loan, if you've never refinanced utilizing your benefit, your VA benefit, you're looking at what's called a funding fee, which is taking upfront at closing, and generally borrowers like to include that in the loan. You can pay this on your own if you like. Most people prefer to include it, but there is no monthly mortgage insurance, which is kind of different from FHA, in which the upfront fee is a little bit less, but the monthly fee is a lot higher. So VA is a great option. You get a little bit better rate, but because the loan amount, 2.4%, I believe, came out to about $4,800, your payment's going to be about $10 more. Okay. It's a 30-year fixed rate. It's a VA loan, one of the safest loans out there, and your savings are very similar to the conventional loan. But, what's funny about VA is whether you go with cash out or the 237 loan, which gives you about $30,000 cash out, or if you go with the no cash out option through VA, they consider it the same. So whether you cash out or not, there's no adjustment to the rate like there is with a conventional loan. It's simply, 90% LTV, loan to value. So 90% of the appraised value is what they'll allow you to borrow. With that being said, you're looking at a payment of 1236. You're looking at $811 per month savings, almost $10,000 a year. And the best part is, Cliff, you get the $30,000 cash that you need. I'm assuming this is not to pay off debt. It may be for a rainy day. It may be for retirement. It may be for your children. I really don't know because I didn't really get into that with you. But for an extra $150 per month to get that 30,000 to get what you really want, I would say go for it. So let's move forward. The savings here, and this is assuming you're taking the 30-year VA loan with the cash out, the 30,000 cash out. The savings here are still, I mean, just unbelievable. In 5 years, you're going to save almost $50,000. In 10 years, almost double that. I could go into more depth, show you some different slides if you wanted to allocate maybe half of that money into an investment vehicle, something like a bond or annuity yielding you anywhere between 8 and 10%. I work with a lot of financial planners. I have great relationships with them. I used to actually work for JP Morgan as a investment advisor before I did this way back early in my career. But if you look at it over 20 years, the long-term picture, it's $200,000 additional cash flow that's going into your pocket. And a very important question that I like to ask my newer clients is, what would an extra, $100,000 or what would an extra $200,000 do for your life right now? And what could that help you pay for? So just things to consider. This is the point where I like to just make sure that we've accomplished all of your goals and really put together some concrete numbers for you to look at and really think about seriously because, I think we found a way to save you money. Whichever way you decide to go, that's a slam dunk. Lowering the interest rate's pretty simple because you have a 6.5 on a 15-year loan. Anywhere you go, you're going to reduce your rate and save money. And most importantly, you're going to be able to get the cash out that you want. So I hope we did pretty good in accomplishing those goals. And, I want to leave you off with two last things. Like I said, rates come from all the same places. As you've told me, it can be very confusing. Many people calling you, promising you the world and throwing numbers at you. And believe me, it can be very, very confusing. So the one thing that's important to me, not just in business, but in life, is having integrity. And that's standing by, what you tell people, delivering on what you tell people, and always being there for your clients. I'm a proud father, been married for 7 years, have a beautiful 4-year-old, and was blessed enough to have a beautiful little girl about 3 months ago. So I'm a family man, and to be frank with you, I don't get paid unless these loans close. So my goal is the same as yours. Get what you want, get the loan that you want, help make a difference in your life, and at the end of the day, I get rewarded for that. So I've been very privileged over my career to have closed thousands of loans, and the one thing I can tell you guys is I'll be available to you 24/7. You have a question on a Sunday night, you call me up, you'll have my cell phone number, I'm there for you. You have a question along the way, paperwork gets sent to you, or, just anything in general, I want you to know that I'm going to be here for you every step of the way until this loan closes. And also what's important to me is that you and I have a good relationship because you never know down the road you may be looking to buy another home. You may have a friend or a family member that's looking to buy a home or refinance, and I want you to know that I'm going to be there for you after closing. I send birthday cards out, and we have annual picnics at my house, and we have a really good time. And again, relationships here is really the key, is what I'm trying to stress to you, and working with someone that that you can trust. So I want to thank you for the opportunity, Cliff. I know, again, you've had a lot of people call you, and, in my professional opinion, and clients that I speak to, having a mortgage professional that you can trust and someone you can count on is a very valuable resource that every homeowner helps to have. So the one thing, like I've stressed, is I pride myself on my service. I'm confident we'll build a relationship, and what I ask of you is review this, jot down any notes, any concerns you may have. Let's set an appointment maybe sometime tomorrow evening, sit down, go over all the options, see what works best for you, and really get the ball rolling on this. We can close you in February. You won't even have to make your February accelerate payment. So you'll be deferred for February, you'll be deferred for March, give you 2 months off, save you an extra 4 grand, and your new payments will begin sometime after March 1st. Excuse me, April 1st. So thank you again, and any questions you have, please respond back to me via email or phone call, and I'll be happy to set an appointment with you tomorrow night and see if we can help you out. Thanks again, Cliff. Enjoy the rest of your day.